Plenty of people have made Minecraft Backrooms videos, but they're all wrong. So I've taken it upon myself to make the real Minecraft Backrooms. The Backrooms started with this 4chan post in 2019 where some users commented on how creepy the image was and how it felt strangely familiar. The image was so unsettling in fact that some even wrote short stories on it, eventually snowballing into a huge fanbase with an almost 3,000 page wiki. There's been a surge of interest in the Backrooms recently, which led to a surge in Minecraft Backrooms videos, but these videos all get something wrong. The Backrooms isn't just one level. The Backrooms consists of thousands of levels, all with their own quirky features and unique entities. Since anyone can create a Backrooms level by writing a page in the wiki though, the quality of information on each level varies wildly. There's only 3 levels everyone agrees on, levels 0, 1, and 2. We'll be focusing on those because I'm not getting sponsored to make thousands of unique levels. But before we do that, it's disclaimer time. I'm getting all my information off the official Backrooms wiki as that's the most detailed and widely supported source I could find. There were a lot of features like nonlinear space, differences in time perception, settlements, and special entity events that were either impossible or not feasible to implement, so I didn't. I just left them out. Back to the video. The image in the original 4chan post is of level 0, a maze of mildewy carpeted hallways. This is the level that most recreation videos focus on. If while on level 0 you no-clip, which is like a weird version of running into barriers Harry Potter style, you'll end up in level 1, an endless parking garage and warehouse. It has a lot of the same characteristics as level 0, but with 2 stories and a lot more structures. And if you explore level 1 enough, you'll eventually reach an unlocked door that leads to a stairwell and the final level we'll be building, level 2. Level 2 is comprised of long hallways with maintenance pipes that heat up as you explore further into the level, coming in on you and eventually killing you if you don't find an exit. Fun. Now that the Backrooms crash course is over, it's time to actually build the 3 levels, starting with level 0. The wiki explains that level 0 is a seemingly infinite space made up of single floor rooms and hallways. There's not really an agreed upon figure for the total area of level 0, with estimates ranging from 600 square miles to 3,000 times the surface area of Earth, so we're just going to make ours about a quarter the size of the entire Minecraft world. That should be enough. Now, it's impossible to build something of that size by hand, so most YouTubers write some scripts to help automate the process. Well, I'm an engineer who doesn't know how to code C++ though, which is the language that Minecraft Bedrock runs on. So I'm just going to use some pressure plates and command blocks to clone a map section in a grid pattern. Since we're only using a quarter of the total world size, we'll have the grid expand radially in one quadrant. Now, contrary to popular belief, level 0 is not infinite. So is this really cheating? Well... Anyways, now that we have a grid system set up to duplicate our room design, it's time to actually design the rooms. Now, the wiki obviously wasn't written by an interior decorator. The only material choices it specifies are yellow wallpaper and damp carpet, so that gives us a lot of room for artistic interpretation. I added in some fluorescent lighting too for a nice touch. The wiki also mentions a constant buzzing sound and that compasses don't work throughout the level, so I added in some command blocks to implement those features. Now, this next part is going to get a lot of people angry. Now, despite what people think and what some YouTubers will tell you, Mr. Cube6, there are actually no entities in level 0. That means the big, tall, mechanical, scary monster you see in most recreation videos actually isn't supposed to be there. And that's about it for level 0. Level 1 is a bit more complex. While level 0 was just a bunch of similar rooms, level 1 is concrete walls and floors, long ceiling lights, exposed bits of rebar, water puddles, stairways, elevators, isolated rooms, extended hallways, weird crates, and paintings. We can still use the same grid system from earlier, but now we have to make it 2 stories and add in a lot more features. And one of these really cool features in level 1 is the crates. The wiki states that level 1 has some sporadic crates full of some really weird stuff. Let's go ahead and go down the list. Each crate has a random chance to generate some food, almond water, batteries, tarps, shoelaces, loose change, clothing, medical supplies, and paper, both regular paper and partially burnt paper. A little bit weird, but so far so good, right? But wait, there's more. The crates also contain weaponry, car parts, crayon boxes, used syringes, bundles of human hair, and, I quote, mice in a catatonic state that have been injected with unknown substances. This is all right there in the wiki. You can't make this stuff up. This is also the first level that is confirmed to contain entities. But there's just one problem. I don't know how to code them in. Thankfully though, I know someone that does. Hello.
Hello.
So how hard would it be? I know you make custom mobs. How hard would it be to actually put those into the game?
I'm gonna be honest. It's really, I don't think it would be too difficult. Like if you don't have it, even if you don't have any experience, I think it'd be really fun. Like a good experience to learn how to do that. It wouldn't be too hard.
That's not what you're supposed to say.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be an issue. You've got to have a couple of years of experience, like at least a decade, to be honest, of like hardcore coding and programming. So I don't know. You could try if you want, but I don't think it would really be a good idea unless you're like really a pro like me, you know?
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip the entities for now. By the way, check out this man's channel if you haven't already. He's incredibly talented and makes some amazing videos. On to level 2. Level 2 is different. At first it appears to be an ordinary network of maintenance tunnels, but as you venture further in from level 2 from your starting point, boiling hot pipes in the walls will start to close in on your path. If you keep going, eventually the wall will close up behind you and you'll be boiled alive. Now this isn't so great for any inhabitants, but it's great for us. This level doesn't have to be huge, so we can make all of it ourselves without using the grid system. The wiki notes that this level is concrete hallways, actual doors, both locked and unlocked, metal shelves with random items on them, crawlable vents, and rooms with weird machinery working on the pipes. As with everything else in level 2, the lighting is unusual as well. Instead of fluorescent lights, everything is lit with lamps, and some parts are pitch black. So great, woohoo, we're done, right? Well, almost. We have our 3 separate levels, but now we have to integrate them. Levels typically have hundreds of entrances and exits to other levels, but since we're only making 3 of them, things get a lot simpler. To move from level 0 to level 1, you need to walk for a long time. I created a clock to track this, so after you've spent a certain amount of time in level 0, it assumes that you've no-clipped, and just teleports you to the next level, level 1. And moving from level 1 to level 2 is even simpler. Just enter a door that leads to a stairwell in level 1 and it takes you to level 2. Now for the fun part. Let's test it out. You may have noticed that this video is in a completely different style than usual and that my last video was 90 days ago, literally to the minute. Well, what happened is that my mic broke. I didn't want to wait a month to get it fixed, so I tried to fix it myself and then the port broke. Well, more like I broke the port, but that's besides the point. Anywho, these technical difficulties forced me to take a 3-month hiatus where I had some time to slow down and think about the future of the channel instead of just churning out videos twice a week. I realized that while I love making YouTube videos, sticking to a rigorous upload schedule meant that I had to sacrifice quality for quantity, and I just don't want that. So you'll be seeing fewer videos from now on, but they'll hopefully be much more entertaining.